Regarding my privacy, I thought I would just kind of like drive out and park a little bit. It's getting dark. It's 5:10, 5:09. I'm somewhere in Texas. Um, I titled this "Coping with Discrimination" for many, many reasons. I've been listening and very surrounded by mental health talks and chats and therapy, and dabbled into a little bit of psychiatry over the years, but more so I've been holistic in terms of my healing. And I was a cherry on top was when I was just listening to this therapy podcast about how she said some people don't want to hear about the discrimination. And unfortunately, that's the sad truth. When you're comfortable, you don't want to hear about anything that's going to make you uncomfortable. Human nature, like who wants to be uncomfortable, you know? And so I smile because I have to heal hilariously. I have to heal because laughter is healing, and there's just way too much darkness that it's almost unreal to me. It feels like a movie, so that's why I laugh. And there's discrimination in too many different categories. And it's almost like, to me, sometimes modern day slavery, in a sense, the sense of slavery not being abolished but evolved. I mentioned the word microaggressions the other day, and it seemed like someone wasn't grasping the term, or maybe I wasn't grasping the term, because when I think about slavery in terms of, slaves integrating into society, white people didn't really let them succeed. Lack information, limited information. They didn't give them certain information, didn't let them go to school. There was so much to where I see that to today, even with me trying to be a successful leader, limiting information, giving me the wrong information, swaying me wrong, hate for this for that, like, oh, I'm really fake. Like, it's just been so much dark ass energy. And it's like, when I think about it, as a black woman, I don't really have the right to even talk about my mental health, I don't feel. I hear so many, of my other counterparts freely talking about, their ailments, their mental health, bringing it here, bringing it there, out in these streets, tearing people down. But like, I don't know, I believe in what I experience is that as a black woman, because I guess we're seen as just supposed to have taken and held so much, it's expected. So if I talk out on like anything I've experienced, first of all, the room gets just really dark. I understand everyone's been through some things, but I understand everyone's been through some things. I can't really say anything beyond that sentence right now. But I just thought I would speak out on a little bit of it because I noticed when I speak it on Snapchat, I'm not the only one going through it. I forget how many incredible people that I have in my circle when I'm surrounded by a lot of darkness. And I appreciate it. I'm not very vocal about it because not being shown love as my foundation, it's hard for me to express love naturally. And usually in situations where I admit that openly, people are more understanding. I'm a very nice person, but I lack empathy and a sense of understanding that people have gone through just as much as me. I still need support believing it because I hear stories of like things where I don't want people to like do things to their lives intentionally all the time and then be like, oh, I got this, and that. When I'm like over here wanting to not believe that I'm victim, but knowing there's a lot that's happened that's victimized me and left me like down and like not just stagnant, paralyzed, sad, depressed, and but I don't like to hold on to victim mindset. That's why sometimes it's like hard for me to, I don't know, connect with a lot. But I don't know, it's just sad to me because I also don't believe that, you know, I would hope that we would all grow to being equal. And I'm learning a lot even with my new position in terms of accepting everyone, neutralizing gender, using pronouns. And I really like the direction and the mindset of that. It sounds like one love. I always think of that one song. It sounds very beautiful in terms of like one love and unity. But a lot of the times, I don't believe that we're ever going to get to that point because of a lot of what I see and experience out in these streets, and it's been in different environments. I realized the other day when I was sitting down thinking of the YouTube videos to make, I have worked over 20 different jobs in many different positions, from leadership to the bottom to the low to the top to the good money to the bad money, to finally like getting to points in my life where they say you learn everything at different chapters of your life when you need to learn it. And unfortunately, ironically, and unfortunately, both chapters of my life, my parents both worked for places that involve money, and I've been very, very ignorant towards money, not knowing how, seeing very unhealthy behaviors, having things imposed on me I didn't even know, wasn't even aware of, fixing it, getting attorneys, things like that. To where it's just like there's so much that I don't know, that we all have to offer and to contribute. And I don't know, unfortunately, I just don't believe that discrimination is just going to be completely gone. Like, people give birth to it. There's little subtleties. That's why the word is microaggressions. There's little subtleties that people kind of like give birth to, show their children in terms of discrimination with people. I was reading an article. Sandra Bullock was talking about raising her black son or daughter, I believe son, and just straight up told them like people are going to react differently based off of your skin color. And just reading that, just like, it hurt my heart a little bit, and I started crying because I was just like, and you can't do anything about that. You cannot do anything about that. Unfortunately, like, I would hope that the world continues to be diluted with love and the people that are wanting to kind of like unify everyone. But unfortunately, from what I just keep seeing and experiencing, I feel like it's just getting really dark. And the more that I explain the discrimination or talk about the discrimination, it's feeling like the more I'm discriminated against. And it's like, well, it's a double-edged sword there. So I don't feel like, as a black woman, as a leader, as a social media influencer, I have the permission to talk about my discrimination. Why not? Why can't everyone else freely talk about it? But the deep, dark stuff that I've been through, I don't feel like I have the right to talk about it. I have a lot of white friends. Y'all great. I love y'all. I experience a lot of discrimination from a lot of white people. Not really too many of my friends, but sometimes there's subtleties that people just aren't aware of. If I get one more, oh, bless her heart, people don't really say it to me as much anymore because I think I told one person off in the nicest way I possibly could when they were like, oh, bless your heart, in terms of like trying to talk about my situation with their lack of understanding. I was like, don't, oh, bless your heart me. And I did try to do it in a very nice way, but it's almost like a limiting, like, oh, you're stupid, but aren't you precious type thing. And that's why people don't understand. Calling me beautiful and calling me cute doesn't really faze me because I'm a different breed. Like, I focus on your heart and your soul. That's why I walk differently. My energy is differently. And I would hope for a better tomorrow, but what I'm experiencing isn't what I'm seeing. We can talk all day, but when it comes about your actions, if you're not, being the change that you want to see, then you're just running around with your insecurities and your darkness and imposing it on other people that are spreading light. So I just thought I'd just speak out on that a little bit. Um, I've been tackling a lot. I don't like opening up about my mental health as much. I share a dash of it every so often about the clinical depression diagnosis, about the anxiety to where I like literally drip buckets of sweat down my pits, and it's literally like a faucet is turned on. And I feel things. People have told me I'm an empath. I didn't know anything about it, so I started reading about it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely me. It's intense. I'm acting like it doesn't exist. It's real. It exists. It keeps throwing itself in my face. So there's a lot that I'm still learning and I guess dismissing and trying to swim through and overcoming because I'm a boss. But I'm aware of a lot, and I do put my happy mask on because I'm not safe anywhere. I'm not comfortable anywhere. So I have to keep my happy mask on to protect myself because literally, like, I'm not safe anywhere. I do believe that human nature is innately bad. People are naturally going to be jealous, envious, like all of these bad qualities. You have to fight harder to not be that. You have to look deeper within yourself and ask why. And I believe because I do that, I can be a lot more genuine. I get pissed the fuck off because of consistencies of the same thing when people are just like, oh, I just don't know, Miss Barksdale. Oh, it's just lost, Miss Barksdale. Oh, this has never happened before, Miss Barksdale. When it happens for like 5 years in a row and you're just like, oh, okay, so I'm an omen, so I'm just a piece of shit. So I'm just a piece of shit. You kind of lose your patience. And I feel like I've been very patient for like 5, 10 years. Also trying to combat stereotypes of mad black woman. I don't speak loud enough, then I'm not heard. I'm ignored. I speak loud. I'm raising my voice. I'm mad black woman. I'm pushed into a box of what everyone thinks that I need to be, but they don't even know my limitations or my capabilities or anything about me. But they get it though. Everybody says they get it though. Everybody says they get it though. Everybody says they get it. So nice. It's nice sometimes to just let it out, and it's nice sometimes to say, I know what's going on. I see what's going on in these streets. I'm gonna call it out. I'm still coasting through it as much as I can, but I'm very aware. And I guess because I don't speak on it, people think I don't know what's going on, but I see what's going on. It's cute. It's so adorable. So it kind of like limits us, and it's like, well, inclusivity, that word, and integration and whatnot. J. Cole rapped about that, and I'm like, I really understand. I hear what he's saying. You know, I hear, and it's unfortunate and it's sad, but the world is structured a certain way, I guess, for a certain reason. But it's structured that way. I guess it's gonna keep being structured that way. But like I said, I have hope. I'm trying to believe that the world will change and grow and develop a lot more. And we will squash these microaggressions of trying to limit people based off of their capabilities when people start to thrive in certain areas and certain categories, um, because they look a certain way. And I do, and I've heard multiple times, they don't want to see you thrive because you're black. They don't want to see you thrive because you're a black woman. You can't be the main one thriving as a black woman surrounded by multiple white people in an environment. They don't want to see that. They can't. And me as Dash, no, they're my friends. They love me. I grew up with them. We went to elementary school together. You know what I mean? I dismiss it, positive intent. But then I'm like experiencing it, and I'm like, wow, it's real. It's actually real. What can I do about that? Keep coasting with a smile. Positive intent. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone's morning doing? How are your goals? Has everyone tackled any goals this week? Anybody? Yes. So trying to be that awkward person and positivity. So that's what sometimes I'm just like, I guess I'm just sent to be this light on this earth to just be attacked by darkness. But at some point, you realize the light dims. You know, the light goes out if you're succumbed by too much darkness naturally. I don't know. So just throwing that y'all's way in terms of discrimination, because it's in these streets and people just dismissing it because everyone's so consumed in their things and their money and everything right now. Everyone's so distracted right now. John Mayer, when they own the information, they can bend it all they want. So people are sucking into all the news and whatever feelings are telling them to feel right now. And I choose to feel my own feelings because I'm an independent black woman that can think for myself and have my own emotions and develop my own opinions. And people think they're swaying me many ways. I'll listen to their opinions. I'll acknowledge it. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's cool. Oh. But ultimately, we all live very, very different lives. Even if we work under the same roof, even if we go to church under the same roof, even if we go to the gas station under the same roof, we all live so many very, very, very different lives that have so many very, very intricate paths that sometimes for other people it's just a lot more intricacies, a lot more paths. Tend to me going to explain. Hi, that's me. I'm Dash Sparks. I just gave you a dash of my journey because I think that's all y'all can handle for right now. I'm exhausted. I'm going to sip some tea. I'm actually proud of myself. I brought tea bags from the house. Tea bags. Your girl did good. And all that's in here that I used was hot water. I stopped drinking cold brews because I had way too much sugar. I've been cutting back on my Red Bulls. But the winter edition has my soul right now. I thank God Himself for it. No, literally, I did pray. I don't drink sugar that much. I'm a different breed. Here I am disclosing more information about myself. I have Hashimoto's disease, okay? I do not consume too much sugar. I don't like sugar too much. All my friends always sugar, sugar, sweet, sweet, sweet. You want a dash here, dash here, dash sugar, 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 sugar. I don't like it that much. But sometimes my body's like, you needed that sugar. This has B vitamins in it and just enough sugar to get me right for the day. All those negative emotions, what negative emotions? All that depression, what depression? You have wings, Dash. Fly. That's what I do with the Red Bull. So, I feel like I've talked more than the allotted time than I said. It's getting dark. The sun is setting. Literally, it says 5:20, 5:22, 5:23. I did not accomplish my goal today. For the past 4 days, I said I was going to make some extra cash by doing my little extra side hustles, and I did not. I allowed people to impose on my schedule. I allowed other things to impose on my schedule, and I keep doing that, and I keep doing that, and I keep doing that. I feel like it's like 10 years has gone by, and Dash, what is your existence? Get serious about it. And no one is going to understand your existence because guess what? No one else is on the path that you are on trying to do what you're trying to do. Only you can understand that. So you need to get a little more serious with it, Dash. Get on your calendar, Dash, and take your life seriously. I have the next few days off, so I did plan on vlogging. I'll probably just vlog from my phone, and kind of give you all a glimpse of my days when I have an off day. Usually I'm working at a coffee shop from like 4:30 in the morning till 1 p.m. So I'm up at like 3:30 a.m. And then after that, I get off. I go to my storage. I've been cleaning out some things, organizing things, bada bing, bada boom. I've been running my adult life too, because laundry and food and savings for trying to find apartments and apartment hunting and blah 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 blah. And then sometimes in the evenings, I do my side hustles right before I go to sleep, like either on my laptop or out in the streets and side hustles. So, trying to find balance also on my off days to take care of the things that have just been lagging and dragging, phone calls, also emails, also. Trying to be a whole adult while also being sucked in 50 million other different directions. It's exhausting, and no one seems to understand. because I don't see anyone else on this journey right now. Which reminds me, Takara, I need to hit up. I need to hit up my YouTube friends who are also like that have a job that are like trying to YouTube, that are like hustling, that are also single bosses that are doing it and that are being pulled in a million different directions. I need some of y'all's wisdom. It's getting tough out here. It's getting tough. All right, so I'm gonna get back on the streets. I'm gonna head to the house. I have so much to do, and I just want to sleep and see my dog Gizmo and hold her and give her kisses. And I'll vlog tomorrow, and I'll try to get a vlog uploaded for y'all. So that's what I got. Discrimination. Yay, it's here to stay. What are you gonna do about it? Bye.